Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. The Cavaliers again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. They beat the Nuggets during their last encounter in Denver.
You know, their percentage from long range that game was off the charts. It seemed like every time the home crowd got going, they just took the wind out of their sails with another three-point barrage.
Yeah, those bombs were really falling.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Gallo and Fareed at the forwards. Lawson out there at 4. And it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
On defense, Cleveland. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
The Nuggets on offense. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Their defense got absolutely destroyed in that game, guys. They weren't closing out on the perimeter shooters. They were allowing people to get into the paint and score from point-blank range. Just an overall abysmal effort.
Yeah, something was missing, no doubt about that. They let an opponent shoot a really high percentage, and that's got to be a concern going forward. Well, the Nuggets missed the playoffs last season for the first time in over a decade, but their star point guard, Ty Lawson, had his best season yet, with career highs in scoring and assists.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, I caught up with Brian Shaw. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's LeBron. Denver able to drain the three. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And Foy, with the clear path to the hoop, hammers it home to polish off the break.
Great unselfishness on the fast break.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Jackson, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
Jackson! Good job pulling the trigger when the defense opened up for him. He had an opportunity, took advantage of it.
Lawson the pass to Nurkic. And Lawson with the drive. And Fareed throws it down.
I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
No, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay, I'll buy that. I'll buy that for now.
From deep. They grabbed their own miss. Irving. Good D by Lawson.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And he recovers it. That's good. Nurkic has got his first 2 points of the night. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Irving. Cams the 12-footer.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
For Denver, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Fareed setting the pick for Lawson. Nurkic the pass to Lawson. Here's Nurkic, covered by Irving. Nurkic can't hit.
Tough D on the inside.
Put up a roadblock, a construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
From deep, James, shot denied. Pass to Gallinari. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, Danilo Gallinari back in action after missing all of last season after surgery to repair his meniscus back in 2013. 9 months later, it was decided that he needed an ACL reconstruction as well, so it's been a tough couple of seasons for Gallinari.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men. It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Trips down the breakaway slam.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
Bringing it
sir.
down hard,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir. And for Gallinari, pretty mobile for a 6'10 player. But coming back from major knee surgery, that's usually a 1.5-year process. We'll have to see how that impacts his game going forward.
Now Lawson, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Verajao against Gallinari. Just 5 on the clock. 14 feet away, and it's Foy missing. The Gallinari that came into the NBA as a great three-point shooter, that percentage dropped year after year as he became, Steve, more of a slasher.
Yeah, and he might look to rewind and go back to that outside shot more as his knee takes time to get back to 100%.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
You know, it had been a decade-long run for the Nuggets, but last year it ended as they missed the playoffs for the first time since 2003.
Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. The Nuggets in second.
Yeah, it was an impressive campaign for their big men, and I thought the whole team did a really nice job of getting bodies on people and really boxing out.
You think about all the ups and downs the Nuggets had gone through in the last decade. To have a playoff run like that is impressive.
Yeah, it's impressive given that they play out west where even making the playoffs is tough, and they are a smaller market team as well. Not easy to be that consistent without being a huge free agent destination.
And the basket by Jackson.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Lawson outside. Pass to Gallinari. The 3-ball. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Ty Lawson. Very nice season for him last year. He averaged about 17 points a game last year, 8 assists and 3 rebounds. Tell you what, he's been scary good over that run of games, just taking his usual brand of stellar offense and even building on it.
And Steve, you know that's not easy to do considering the high level he already plays at on an everyday basis. To move the needle another notch higher is special.
Now, here is 4. Guarded by Marion. They get the rebound. Tries yet again. And it's Gallinari laying it in. Gallinari's got 9.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Dishes it to Jackson. From the arc. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Tell you what, if their success on the boards in this first quarter is any indication, it's going to be a good day.
And rebounds usually are a good indicator.
Here's Nurkic. The turnaround jumper. Count it.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Nurkic out of Bosnia, an old school big man, size, strength, soft hands. He knows his way around the basket area. He put up some impressive numbers in the Adriatic League. Now trying to make the adjustment to the speed and quickness of the NBA game.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Verajao. Smith comes in for Sean Marion. Shumpert, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Now, here is Nelson after LeBron James's miss. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And Clark Nurkic, 6'11", almost 300 pounds. Size runs in his family. His father is a police officer in Bosnia. He's 2 inches tall. He outweighs him by 100 pounds.
Was that
I'm not making this up. This is true stuff.
Oh, he's 4 bills then.
Oh, he's a big man. You do not want to run into him or break the law in Bosnia.
Wow, man, that's really big, bro.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, obviously, I don't know how quick he is at that size, but he is tough. And it'll be hard to move. So I think he's got a place in the league.
Feeds to Dellavedova. No good on the triple. The Nuggets leading by 5. McGee inside. Guarded by Shumpert. McGee dishes to Harris. McGee is screen on Smith. And it's Harris off the drive. Nelson, no one around him. Tries yet again. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And Shumpert kicks to James. Cleveland moving the ball around. Pass to Dellavedova. He feeds it to Smith. He dishes it to Dellavedova. It's deflected. Nelson with the steal. And it's Harris off the drive.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
James against Nelson. Dellavedova, the pass to Smith. And there's the feed to Shumpert. 5 to shoot. There's the 3. And there's J.R. Smith on the assist by Shumpert. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Nelson dishes to McGee. And he gets it to go.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Now the pass to Shumpert. The 3. Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova. 9 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Nelson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
The Nuggets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Both free throws good for Nelson.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And when you consider how Denver is doing, Steve and Clark, what are your thoughts?
Now, the key has been the rebounding department. This club dominating the paint area. And if this continues, they'll be in great shape.
Well, they've done 2 things. They've limited second chances, and they've been able to flex their muscle down low.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, Jameer Nelson is out there with Harris. Then there's JaVale McGee. Then it's Arthur, and it's Chandler in at the small forward. Now, here is Nelson. Left side, Chandler. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mozgov's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Irving's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Now here's Chandler. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 6 to shoot. Floats one up, and the layup is up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Guys, that time you went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, JaVale McGee has all the tools necessary to be a great player. But often he can be his own greatest obstacle. But he and Coach Shaw are working on that. Coach Shaw said, I'm just trying to get him to slow down. That's what we've been working on with him. Just to slow down so he can use the gifts that he has. His length and his athletic ability. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And as you said, McGee is so gifted athletically that he'll be a force when he lets the game come to him. The Nuggets trail by 3. Well, the Cavaliers largely underachieved last season. The big part of that was constantly dealing with distractions the entire season, it seemed.
Yeah, it certainly appeared that way. It was always something with players fighting in-house or items getting leaked to the media and causing things to get stirred up. It's very hard in those. Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
And Irving comes to help. And it's Harris off the drive. A second chance effort. Denver shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And not a very strong free throw shooting team in general. Guys, they shot 73% as a team a year ago.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
A different look now for Cleveland. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Marion comes in for LeBron. And it's Jackson in for Shumpert. Big group substitution here for Denver. Fareed's checked in for JaVale McGee. Molinari comes in for Wilson Chandler. Randy Foye, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Lawson in for Nelson. There's Foye with the 3. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Irving kicks to Jackson. Here's Varejão. Good. Varejão's got his first points of the night. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already, and as Rasheed Wallace once said, both teams playing hard, my man.
To the left wing, Gallinari wide open. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Gallinari's got 11 points. The Cavaliers trailing. Irving drives in. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement. They're generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
And he gets the bucket. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Another lead change. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum of this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
Outside for Jackson. There's the triple. That is good. Jackson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that 3.
Randy Foye is on the way. Guarded by Jackson. Lawson the pass to Arthur. Lawson drives in, and it's rejected. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Inside, here's Foye. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Foye's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets. Timeout called, Cleveland.
Anderson Varejão, a quality defensive center. Great rebounder, moves his feet well, anticipates, plays with a ton of energy, and he's one of those irritants. He gets under a lot of guys' skin.
Nurkic checked in for Denver. Jackson kicks to Irving. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Kevin, I've got a chance now to look at where the Cavaliers ranked in the NBA last season. 10th in lowest turnovers per game. 11th in rebounding. And they were in the top half of the league in opponent field goal percentage as well.
I think the most impressive aspect of their team last year, Clark, was the few turnovers that they committed. In the top 10 in the league in terms of fewest turnovers per game. And that boded well for them. Anytime they took care of the basketball, they were extremely difficult to beat. And that became a big part of their identity.
And Varejão coming in to the league primarily as a defensive energy guy, but he's expanded his offensive skill set and has made great improvement as a passer. From his rookie season to now, he's more than doubled his rate of assists.
Both free throws good for Miller. And Varejão, a good decision maker, Steve, for a center. A 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio last year.
And he had a terrific season as a 2-point jump shooter. Able to spread the defense out a little bit and operate from the high post.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Yeah, that's right. So you push it. That's the best opportunity for points on the break. This lead, I think, is headed north.
Lawson. That one rolling around and rims out.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick. Just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Great job. Taking right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early.
Ty Lawson's somewhat undersized at the point guard position at 5'11", but he makes up for it with his strength, and he really competes defensively. He is not easy to push around.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. So he gets them both.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Jackson drives in. Irving for 3. The shot is off. And Denver the other way now. Foy with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Foy dishes to Lawson. He kicks to Foy. Pass to Gallinari. Marion against Fareed. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. And for Lawson, the issue defensively, not so much getting overpowered, Clark. There's just certain shots he can't get to.
Yeah, well, he's not the biggest guard. I mean, he's actually one of the smaller guards we have in the league, but he's powerful, he's explosive, and he does on occasion get outsized, and he just has to do the best he can in those situations.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Kyrie Irving. Rejected by Fareed. They recover it. The Nuggets trail by 4. Stolen away. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Here's Smith. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, as we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has improved. It's gotten more aggressive, more physical.
It sure seems like it has. They've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter.
A different look now for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Verejao. And Shumpert in there for Matthew Dellavedova. And here are the Nuggets now. They trail by 6. Now, here is Foy. Guarded closely. The shot by Lawson, wide open. Drops in the tray. Lawson's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. And he's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
And Marion gets it to go.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, the 2013-14, certainly a tough season for the Denver Nuggets and new head coach Brian Shaw. Shaw knew he'd have a tough act to follow after the prior season when they'd won the most games in franchise history and made the playoffs for 10 straight seasons. But he said, quote, "I've never run away from pressure or expectations. Gentlemen, he's handled it gracefully."
Still a team with great depth, but the West is always tough. Thanks, Doris.
Cleveland didn't quite meet their expectations last year, in part by how poor they shot at home. Hard to get wins when everything you put up seems to rim out.
LeBron, he's checked in for Cleveland. Denver also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Nurkic. Chandler comes in for Gallinari. And Harris subbed in for Randy Ford. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. It can be doubly defeating, Clark, with the missed shots here at home. Not only are you not scoring, but then the crowd loses interest. They get out of it.
That's a great point. I mean, one of the benefits of being at home is having your crowd there energized and pulling for you. And if you're not making shots, they tend to sit on their hands.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Harris passes to McGee. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Smith drives in, outside jumper. Chandler with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Kicks it to Harris. Back to Chandler. There's the dish to Lawson. And Jackson with the block. And they get it back. The shot's good from McGee. It'll count. No good. And we're through 2 here and a good one. Cavaliers lead by 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Ty, looking back at the flow of the game during this first half, what adjustments do you think are necessary?
We got to slow down the second chance points and a fast break. You know, I think we're stopping on the first shot, but then we let them get the rebound and play right back in. So I know Coach will say something about that in the locker room.
You've got to finish those defensive possessions, Ty. Thanks for the time. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. The Nuggets trail by 8, and Denver will start the fourth quarter with. We've got Wilson Chandler. Harris is out there with Lawson. Then there's Gallinari, and it's McGee in at the 5 spot. The shot by Chandler, wide open. Second shot opportunity. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Nuggets. Cleveland leading by 6. Jackson dishes to Mozgov. Gallinari with the steal. And now Lawson pushing it up.
Oh, are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
You got to have some guts and guile to take it to the bucket strong despite the big fella standing in the way.
Shumpert passes to Jackson. Fires from deep. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lawson outside. Now McGee inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep. Yeah, you got that right, Kevin. He's such a reliable finisher.
Here's Jackson. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. And that's now 17 points for the Cobra. The Nuggets trail by 5. And Lawson with the drive. Rejected by Mozgov. The finish. And Shumpert slams it in.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Lawson kicks to Gallinari. Back to Lawson. To the left side wing. Denver passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. Well, Knicks ownership guys frustrated last season that Iman Shumpert didn't participate in the Summer League. And Steve, they were hoping he'd test out for some minutes at the point guard position.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. And we heard his name arise all season long in trade rumors.
A different look now for Cleveland. Farajao comes in for Mozgov. And it's Marion in for Mike Miller. Norkic checked in for Denver. Foy comes in for Harris. They get the rebound. Here's Farajao. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Cavaliers.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And they're attacking the gaps in the defense with their quick, aggressive drives into the paint area.
And for Shumpert, his shooting numbers were down last season. He shot over 40% from long range in year 2, but was down to 33% last season. That can happen sometime in the course of a career. Still good from the corners with Shumpert, but perhaps he shot too many from above the arc.
And the shot is good.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
Lazy perimeter defense, Clark. You got to take the shooter's airspace away from him. And guys, for Shumpert, where he's got to improve is finishing around the rim. With his size and athleticism, I think he could be better scoring in the paint.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin. Brian Shaw had some words for his team in that last timeout. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
James wide open, but they recover it. Tries again, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
And Cleveland making a change here. Irving's checked in.
You know, you look at how this Denver team is put together. A lot of athleticism across the board, but it seemed as though they were struggling to find a clear direction as a group.
And the pass to Nurkic. The feed to Gallinari. Pass to Foy. Will it go? Here's Nurkic. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Irving's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. Well, guys, what you said about Denver last season, you can have all the athleticism you want, but it doesn't matter if you can't get it to work together.
Well, and they would share the ball well. It was just they would play a little bit wild at times. That would get them into trouble. Turnovers, mistakes. I think for this club, it's all about finding the right balance. He didn't make a lot of noise heading into last season's All-Star game, but boy, did Kyrie Irving put on a show when he got there. It was a playground type of game, and he dazzled everybody with his skill.
Good on the shot.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 16-4 run. The drive by Jackson. And here's LeBron outside. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got assist number 5 here tonight. And upon winning the All-Star MVP last year, Irving said the most important thing was bringing the trophy to Cleveland.
Yeah, that's a nice nod to the fans in the Forest City, and being a native Clevelander myself, I know how much the fans appreciate being acknowledged by one of their favorite players. After all the speculation and turmoil last season, that was a nice bright spot, even if it was soon overshadowed by the return of the king.
The 3 from LeBron. Here's Marion. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
Kenneth Farid's checked in for Denver. And he sinks the second. You know, every year there are a handful of teams in the Eastern Conference that buck the trend against the West, and last year Cleveland was one of them.
And Kevin, as you said, most teams in the East struggled out of conference, but Cleveland was pretty solid against the West, and I think they'll be even better with LeBron.
Absolutely. The drive by James, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
And for the Cavs, it didn't show up in the win column, but a lot of their losses to teams out west were close competitive games.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Well, really, it was against the Southwest Division they struggled. A lot of East teams struggled against those teams, though. 6 teams from the East had 1 or less wins against the division all season.
Always tough when the East goes out west.
Cleveland leading by 12. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 6th assist on the night.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Pass to Nurkic. He kicks to Foy. Takes the 3. Kept alive. Here's Farid. And it's rejected.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
The Nuggets 2 seasons ago, Steve, won a franchise best 57 games and were considered a fringe championship contender, even as a young team. But it's been a steep decline since.
Well, the injury to Gallinari hurt, the defection of Iguodala to the rival Warriors, and mass turnover in the front office and the coaching staff. So they are now trying to regain that stability.
They set the pick. Here's Lawson. Second chance shot, and the shot is good. And that's now 8 points for Kenneth Faried.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. I mean, his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
LeBron, good.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number one, they're ahead.
Watson the pass to Nurkic. Faried against Irving. Here's Gallinari. Cavaliers with the rebound. Varejão's got 11 rebounds in the game. The drive by James, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It goes on Kenneth Faried. And LeBron asked who would be on his Mount Rushmore of NBA greats, Steve. He went with Larry. He went with Michael Jordan and Oscar Robertson.
Well, you got to feel like he probably can sort of associate himself with the big O. You know, the big body, the strength, the versatility. That's what Oscar was all about. That's what LeBron is all about. So nice to see LeBron's recognition of that era of the NBA.
Hard to argue with those selections. He also said he'd better be up there too, and I would agree with that.
Denver calls timeout. Watson outside. Kicks it to Faried. The tray. No good from Watson.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
The Nuggets trail by 19. And here we go. Here's Faried. Sean Marion grabs the miss. Marion's got 6 rebounds now in the game. With the floater, and LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Marion.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak. It's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve. You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Took him no time at all on that one. And it's now 22 points for the Cobra.
Man, they are spreading the floor and letting it fly, really knocking it down from outside.
And I love that gunslinger's mentality, Steve. Playing to win as opposed to playing it safe. I call it prevent offense when you try to protect the lead. Let it fly, let it fly, let it fly.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Cleveland.
Right, Steve, and they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, Clark, for them throughout this game.
No opportunity really to coast, although the score may appear that they did. I love the way they came together whenever things started to look bleak.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
Well, they're going to win again. Same result as the previous matchup between these two clubs.
And it's the last time they meet this year, so that'll make it a sweep of the season series.
And what a huge standout performance it was for James. Now, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got.
They are enjoying, Steve, a commanding lead.
Well, and it gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest, which is so critical during this grueling NBA season. Yeah, no way you can come back from this deficit.
Just not enough time left on the clock.
Plenty of space. Nice shot by Foy. The Cavaliers shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's James outside. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
24 seconds. 24. Substitution on the court.
12 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. It's Nelson up top. Here's Harris. And again, Denver no good. Here's Smith. Misses the shot. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. This team really looked good tonight. What was the key out there?
I mean, our penetration was unbelievable tonight. Everybody was penetrating the ball. We weren't settling for jump shots and contested jumpers. And as long as we keep moving the ball, we'll be fine.
JR, appreciate the time as always. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. And folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.